It's nice to bump into you.
Yeah, no.
You know.
Yeah.
So have you spoken to Binks?
So yeah, I had a catch-up car with her, which was great. She said, you know, I've spent like a lot of the summer with her. We didn't live together, but we had a great time. And obviously, she's moved forward, and I think that she's going to need time because I honestly don't think that she knows whether she wants you.
But I honestly feel like having this time away, I've gone from a boy to a man in terms of my mindset. I know it's
that's quite sweet because that's like, yeah.
I do. I love her for who she is.
I don't know what you're doing.
Right.
Saying you want to marry her and give her babies and build a house for her and stuff like that.
This is what's frustrating me, is the translation. I said to Binky, I've come back and I want a future with you. And the things you were talking to me about the marriage and how many children you wanted, I see a future with you with that.
What, I think the reason why you now want a future with her is because she potentially doesn't want one with you.
What an awful mindset to have.
No, it's the right mindset.
No, it's not,
because
Ollie.
you've lost
No,
all
it's
power.
not.
And you have.
What do you mean I've lost all power? Or is it, you've had a guy who's had his heart broken, right? And needs a summer to heal himself. I've come away from this summer and I know what I want. For the first time, I'm solid again, pal, and I'm happy and I found peace. And I know I want to spend my life with this girl.
How can you have a marriage work if you can't make a fundamentals of a relationship
Because
work?
you learn from lessons.
Also, let me speak a second. All right, where you should have come back with your tail between your legs and said, you know what, I've really I want you back.
I got cheated on. Are you joking?
You dumped her before any of this.
Because of the same repetitive.
So what's going to happen? You're going to go back to a relationship that's not working.
What, so you're telling me that she hasn't grown up? She hasn't assessed things?
I don't know. Has she?
But you're her best friend, pal. You're the one spending every day with her.
Stop saying pal. It's terribly annoying.
I'm a good guy. My parents have raised me well. I'm a gentleman. I love this girl. She stands out for me from anyone else, and I don't want to change anything. Are there things wrong with the relationship? Yes, there was. Can they be rectified? Of course they can.
The reason why
if it's too late, it's too late. Then I've lost the girl I love, and it's something that I will have to live with for the rest of my life. But right now, I know what it is I want.
Wait!
And I will fight for it till the end until she tells me she doesn't want it.
I don't care about you. I care about her, and I care about her situation.
You didn't kiss? No. Why not?
Jamie, not like you.
What do you mean?
Not like you. I'm not.
Really? I reckon you are.
Whoa.
Yeah. Whoa.
Already fighting, sir.
It's just a cute bicker.
I actually initiated this.
Did you?
Yeah, I have Jamie to thank. Yeah, it was a nice little double date. It was you and Jess, and then.
It was not a double date. Don't say that. So I saw Jess the other day. Okay, and I was like chatting to her, and at the moment Jess and I are getting on. At the moment, so I was actually like, so what's the problem between you girls? And she doesn't really understand that either.
She is actually generally upset about it.
Do you like Jess or no?
Sometimes I get on with her, sometimes I hate her.
I don't think Jess has the best opinions of Frankie, though.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, she's like. I don't know. There seems to be something underlying. She said that you lacked brain cells and personality.
I what?
That you lack brain cells or something. That you're a bit of an airhead.
See?
Maybe she meant it in an endearing way.
Oh, yeah, so sweet.
Sorry Mitt dropped you in it. Frankie knows you said she has no brain cells or personality. Speak later. It was me and Toph together.
Might have said personality.
So we're both in this together.
Oh, look at you dragging poor little Toph down with you.
Yeah. Thing is, Jess, we were sat there talking about a girl that's been pretty nasty about us.
Well, for every action, there's a reaction.
But you know what? I'm going to be true to myself. I do find Frankie extremely difficult.
She's not my favourite person. She's always bloody rude to me.
She's not friendly. That's my problem.
Can't be like everyone's
I just need to get out of the brain cells comment. It's not very nice, is it?
But the problem is this animosity between all of us is not going anywhere.
It's never going to go anywhere.
I can't stand them.
Bloody war.
It's war now.
So I had a really, really nice catch-up with little Sammy T. He told me that he saw Ollie and Julius recently.
Yeah.
And...
Well, Ollie brought Julius to the camping trip.
He told me.
Yeah.
And apparently his intentions weren't the best.
Whose?
Ollie's. Which I found quite funny because I just...
When you say funny, you didn't find it that funny.
Well, no, I didn't find it... I just...
You weren't laughing when you heard that?
No, actually, I think I did laugh. I was just
like...
I was literally like, I don't think there are any limits to where Ollie's going to go with this.
Listen, I was pretty... I didn't know, FYI, that Julius was coming. It was a complete shock to me, too. And we all got really drunk and had a lot of fun. I was a bit flirty, he was a bit flirty, but like nothing serious.
You flirting with him?
Well, nothing to like worry about. Like, he was just very sweet, and he said, you know, I don't want anything. I don't want to come in between you and JP, but I just want to let you know you're really beautiful. And obviously, for a girl to hear that is really flattering and nice. And I was like, oh, that's very sweet. You're a very handsome boy too. And nothing more than that. Apart from I fed him a marshmallow, if that's anything to go by.
Why?
Because we were all just being drunk and feeding each other marshmallows. Don't think too much about it.
When I hear you're flirting with a guy and you're telling him that he's handsome, it may not sound
It doesn't sound ideal.
It may not sound like a lot to
completely
you, Binks, but when we've been through what we've been through, and I'm fighting for us as hard as I am, and I'm putting myself out there, and you're going and doing that, how am I meant to take it?
What about you, Fred? What you been up to, man?
Well, actually, since we left the show, I keep thinking about something Liv said to me. She sort of whispered in my ear if I'd like to do a naked photo shoot.
Stop.
Whispered in your ear.
Yeah.
She wants to photograph you naked. It's a very interesting first move.
I'll probably check with Francis first. I think he'll be fine with it.
Do you quite fancy Liv?
I think she's pretty,
Something's
but
going
it's
to
not like a fancy.
happen. It's never just a naked photo.
Basically, I was with Proudlock, okay, and Fred said that he had been photographed by Liv.
Oh, yeah? Well, he's like a former model, so she's a photographer.
Yeah.
What's so interesting about that? I don't know. No, I just can't even begin to tell you how unlikely that is. Fred's my best friend. He's not going to do that. He knows that I've already shared my feelings with him about her, so maybe jumping the gun a bit there. Buddy, that would never happen.
First double date.
This is the first double date we've ever done. We've been together for 7 months. You guys have been together for 10 years.
Yeah, but I know, but we haven't had anything in the pipeline. I haven't pulled out of anything.
We're scared to organise things because we just know the reactions.
In all fairness to you guys, he doesn't actually like doing double dates with anyone. It's not just you guys, so.
You know what it is? With me and Tiff, we're like chalk and cheese. You know what I'm like. I'm a bit of a lazy man, do you know what I mean? But then Tiff is like super outgoing, and I feel like we work so well because she'll force me to do stuff. I will complain.
As long as, you know, Tiff's happy with you guys not doing that much stuff and leaving the house and doing whatever. Okay, but if she thinks it, then that's...
Do you think that?
I think it's more like, oh, that's a shame.
It's literally just like, oh, can we go and do this? No. Okay, that's a shame. Oh, can we go and do this? No, that's a shame. As long as you two are good, that's the only thing that actually matters.
Yeah, but you keep saying that to me, suggesting that something is wrong. They're fine.
I don't need fucking lessons in relationships from anyone around this table.
No one's trying to give you a lesson.
Like...
She's not trying to give you a lesson.
Tiff just said a few things to me.
So I just feel like it's for us to discuss.
Okay.
I don't feel like it's for you and my sister or anyone else to discuss about whether... I just don't like people talking about our relationship. We're great.
Good.
Well, I don't want to feel like you're like looking down on my relationship.
I'm not looking down on it. I'm just concerned. I just hadn't seen her for ages. Yeah, and I know that you guys... She's been planning lots of things, and you hadn't been, like, wanting to do them that much.
I don't want to feel like I'm under scrutiny for, like, my girlfriend not being around.
It is weird if she hasn't stayed around in ages, but maybe I just haven't seen her because I'm not there, so who gives a fuck?
Like, I think with us, like, because we've
It's
been together
comments like
so
that,
long...
Louise, it's comments like that.
It is a bit weird when someone never stays around the house. That's my opinion.
But...
I'm allowed to have an opinion.
But now, I just feel that now, if Tiff doesn't go around, I just feel like I'm having to, like...
You never stay there either. That maybe would be a bit weird in a conventional relationship. There's fucking things, whatever. That's my opinion, but clearly you guys are happy, so I don't want to be a fucking part of it.
Tiff, for fuck's sake, grow a backbone. You know that this is bollocks. You know that you don't agree with any of this shit.
Everyone's, like, playing defensive shots here in quite an aggressive way. Everyone just needs to take a step back.